It's the first time for everything, right?
When I finally stepped into the movie and took seat number F6, while my bag occupied the seat on my right, I missed the first dozen or so minutes of the movie. Only a few minutes later, I saw the first web shoot of the hands of the Spider-Woman, Gwen Stacy, and also heard the girl in the front row for the first time through her giggle, followed by a scream, "Yay!" The first and the beginning of many such exclamations. I, on the other hand, was feeling confused. I even doubted if I entered a 3D screening without the 3D glasses. And for the first many minutes, it felt like the pages of the comic book had come to life and had done so with a lot of glitches. Meanwhile, the girl in the front row was totally in her element, giggling, laughing, and sending out another yay and woohoo. There were also many other emotional letters that are tough for me to mimic. And in the movie, Gwen Stacy, the Spider-Woman, escapes from her policeman father by going into no, not some basement. Basements are for ordinary people like me. She escapes into another universe where there are more Spider-Man and Spider-Woman. And yes, I get it. What about Miles Morales, the Spider-Man? He comes soon after Gwen escapes, and his entry was decently applauded by the audience, and of course, more so by the girl in the front row. By then, I had already started to love the visuals on the screen. As an objective observer with no skin in the game, you should let his wings fly. Spider-Man suggested the police officer Jeff, referring to his son Miles and hence himself. And after he too enters a different universe, the lights suddenly turned on. What? The girl in the front row exclaimed in response to the sudden intermission. It isn't that great. Nothing happened so far, complained the guy in the backseat. The animations are pretty good though, his friend said as they walked out for a break. Right after the lights went off again, there came a piece of music that felt so Indian. And the visuals zoomed in to busy streets with auto rickshaws, Indian food, and Indian people at a place called Mumbattan. And when Pavitra Prabhakar, our own Indian Spider-Man, appeared on screen, the theatre erupted with the loudest cheer, including one from the girl in the front row and another that came from my own lungs. The music, the vibrant visuals, our own Spider-Man in a striking avatar, all of it felt like a cute love letter to the Indian audience, an ode for all the love the superheroes get from us. And then we were taken to the Spider Society, where there was a baby spider, a dinosaur spider, a spider horse, and many more. Let's skip to the end now and to the words I overheard as we walked out. It's just one movie after another of the same story, like milking a dead cow, someone said. So first there was Spider-Man and his adventures with various villains, and the creators felt Spider-Man would get too lonely and hence brought him company that includes a Spider-Woman. For some of us it might feel like a stretch, but imagine the current generation of kids who are introduced to the multiverse. For them, it will be the beginning of wonder, the same we had with Peter Parker, the only known Spider-Man back then. I'm no geek at this, and I haven't even watched all the Spider-Man movies. But hey, wasn't there a time when a movie in a theatre was a joyful outing of its own? We have now become more critics than the audience who rejoice in the made-up world. Maybe we can all take inspiration from the girl in the front row and the others who put on their childhood selves and enjoyed the adventures that was so delightfully played on the screen. Anyway, this is where we part ways until we meet again, and let me know if you got to watch the movie. Take care, till next time.